Hello everyone, today is 13th of December 2022 and I'm continuing my series Daily Reality with Alex. Today is a nice, beautiful winter day and it's normal for December, so I'm going to move forward into what I'm willing to speak about today. So it is a very important topic and we are constantly doing it unconsciously, and this is one of the main jobs that we are doing, and without this job we the human beings cannot even be able to experience existence and cannot move into the reality. And I don't know if you see what is coming out of my mouth, but this is what we are going to speak about. What we are labeling in reality. Reality is possible to exist only because we label it. How we label reality? We label reality with our language. What is our language? It is labels that we are putting on different things, and labels are very powerful because they are expressing a lot of things about the one that is beyond the labels and behind the labels, and also they're expressing strongly the relationships between the one, us, and the reality of things. So let's start. I'm going to start with a simple example which I was wondering a lot and I still don't understand quite the answer, but why in the garden, when according to the story God created the man, and the first task he gave him, even before there was Eve and a female human, he gave him the task to start giving names to all the animal kingdom. Why did he do it, and why this important job of labeling and giving names is so important, and why we are to constantly monitor how we use labels. And it is very important, especially for the English language speaking community around the world, because in English everything is spelling, and spelling comes from the word spell, and in English language a lot of wordings are very strongly incorporated with the invisible realm. For example, if I give you the word understanding, what is the meaning of understanding? To stand and to position yourself under something else. And I know a lot of people like to move strongly into the Greek language or into the Hebrew language in order to understand old books and so on, but everywhere we need to work with labels and to understand the power there is in the words, and it is not only in the way we express, it is not only with the intensity we express, it is actually how we are using labels in reality. Because it changes everything. Now I can say, for example, and I can label this beautiful day, oh, what a cold, freezing morning it is today, and I can label it with negative nuances. And what is happening when I do this labeling is that I'm creating an environment where I'm not going to feel well. But if I label the same background as a beautiful, wonderful winter expression of nature, then I'm entering the same reality with quite different positioning of myself, because labels are actually positioning ourselves how to move from the background forward towards all the things that are in the physical matter reality. So be very careful about how you are using labels. I am personally very careful about how I'm using labels, and they give me so much feedback, and the more and more I'm moving forward into deeper experience between me, the limitless being that is inside of me and my beautiful outside limited reality, it paradoxically can create such a nice and beautiful relationship. That is why it is very important to never use lightly labels, but also to always strive and understand the meanings of everything we are doing during the day, because a lot of our day is left in talking. I don't know if one of you has observed how much of your personal time is going into talking, or we can say, Alex, talking is one thing, but what about the internal talking? With our thoughts that we are using, it's again labels in the internal realm. What type of labels you are using for describing and naming yourself? I have chosen the label limitless being when I'm directing the attention towards myself, because it is helping me to correspond myself to the outer reality. Then how can I have limiting belief? How can I want to change in a way that I'm not good enough in the moment? Because if I'm already limitless, there is nothing more than I can desire from myself, and it's nothing that I can improve. There is nothing actually that I can do about myself, because I already am everything that I could ever seek, desire, want. And then, of course, all of us can ask, well, Alex, but then what is actually the big problem of the human limitless beings? If we're so limitless, why we cannot see this expression in the outer reality? And yesterday, when I was speaking about existence under the snow, my wife said, yes, it's very interesting that you are speaking about how you love limitations, but why you have a beautiful warm house while you are under the nature's expressions of different limitations. And of course, this is part of what is allowed for the human beings to express partially our limitlessness in this limited reality. And that's why a lot of us are creating comfort zones which are so cozy, and we like them and we enjoy them. But we need to know that there is so much more out there in the outer reality. And actually, if we want to feel the existence, if we want to be in the pressure zones, in the so-called border zones between a limitless being and a limited reality, we are constantly going to expand. We are constantly going to be willing to express more of who we are. Actually, this is what is the big strive for in reality. And it is not up to us to say, well, Alex, I would like so much to express more of who I am, but it's not possible. All the situation, all these limitations, they're so much different than your limitations, so don't tell me that for me it's possible. Yes, we can go into this type of labeling that is going to limit us more and more, but always monitor everything that is coming out of your mouth. Is it into a direction about positioning you more as ruler of your own reality? Because everything starts from ultimate strategic positioning. We need to know what we are, who we are, why we are. This is the most existential part of the being, of the humans that we are. So everything we are doing with labels, see the positioning from which you are labeling. If you are labeling from a position of how small and powerless I am, and this is how you label things, circumstances in your reality, welcome. to a very much more different reality that is going to 100% subdue you or subdue me. Because all the powers, all the probabilities, all the possibilities, yes, it looks like we're so limited in this vast reality. It looks like we're so insignificant in this vast reality. But actually, once you know the limitless one, that me are and you are, then things are very different about the outer reality of things, of processes, of everything that we are experiencing. And that's why I love to label wordings that are 100% expanding myself. I liked very much 2 years ago when I started to enjoy the impossible. I want long term to be a person that loves to eat the impossible and transmute it into possible. When I hear somewhere the word impossible, immediately something starts to alarm me. Wow, somebody is limiting himself. Let me see what is out there. What is impossible? I'll give you some example for impossible. Impossible is for human beings to be transported from one place in space to another place in space simultaneously. Correct? All of us can agree about this. But immediately it gives me the ability to start thinking, wow, why it's impossible? Because we have space. What is going to happen if we, the human beings, are able to move away space? Is then going to be possible to be from one place to another simultaneously in 1 second? Yes, the only problem is how to escape the space. So then we are starting to move forward into finding solutions, but not about how to transport faster in space, but how to eliminate the space from the way we're moving in reality. Of course, a lot of us can say, well, Alex, there are some things we can never move away. There are some things that the human beings cannot do. Well, it always depends from the perspective you are looking. And remember, a limitless being, for a limitless being, it is impossible not everything to be possible. So, if we are limitless inside of us, our brain, our feelings, our behaviors, our existence is in a necessity to expand and to transmute the impossible into possible. So these are very small examples how I'm doing it in my personal reality, and be sure I'm making daily applications of this principle in my daily reality, and this is why I'm enjoying all the success processes. I'm enjoying how I'm able to transmute different type of failures into successes, only because I'm using my inner limitless ability to be able to interact with the limitations of reality from a different perspective. And everything starts with the way we are labeling. So, enjoy your reality, be careful, and start using empowering labelings for yourself, for your beautiful reality, for your future where everything is available for you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Enjoy your reality and move forward into more interaction. See you.